To give you a roadmap how you can succeed this coming year, because I know real estate agents are right now, there's many of them who are struggling and who have had kind of an off year in transactions and just not really lived up to expectations they've set for themselves. So what is next year going to look like? And let's just kind of talk about a little bit about that. Here's what I want to say. First of all is this: you've got to build trust first, not just transactions, right? You know, this is a relationship business. It is all about the relationships you build. And to do that, you've got to build the trust. Now that you can build trust in so many ways, right? People want to know you, like you, trust you. You've heard of that for years. Know, like, and trust. You've got to build the trust. More and more successful agents, they're going to lead with education and not pressure. So informing one another, informing buyers and sellers what are the best ways to purchase a home this year? What are some of the top financing available programs that are out there? Sellers, what is the best way to sell your house for top dollar? How can I help you? Give you a checklist of items to work with. How can I do a seller orientation walkthrough to give you an idea of how to get your house ready? I mean, build it with education. That's going to be so much better and relational than just trying to pressure them. Another way to build trust also is just, be very transparent about your pricing, about the timing, about options that are out there. If you're working with a seller, be very realistic with them about pricing their home in today's market. I've never met a seller who didn't think their home was worth more than it actually is. Now that's my joke, and it's pretty much true, but there are sellers who don't always think that, but most all of them think, oh, I thought it was worth more than that, or I thought it was going to be up here. Let's be realistic. Let's build relational collateral or equity where your home is really worth. So just communicate very transparent about pricing. Also with home buyers, explain to them what the market is looking like for them right now. Explain the buyer's broker agreement in a very teachable fashion, right? Tell them the goods and the bads about the buying market where they're located, what multiple offers look like, what negotiating closing costs looks like, all about educating the client that God has put in front of you. Trust is going to be the number one currency in today's market. People will choose who they trust, not who advertises the loudest. It's not going to be that way. Number two, become a local authority, not just a generalist. So Google, YouTube, AI are replacing the generic agents. You've got to be standing out in your marketplace. Now that may mean, and more than likely will, developing a specific or market niche or niche. I don't know, however you want to say that, but it can be based on location, lifestyle, being faith-based, being in the luxury space, relocating, first-time home buyers, but be very specific or niche-based. It's going to help you to kind of become a local authority. You also want to create content around local insights, right? Many times I'll get on MLS, and I'll have a copy of it here, but I will show what the market statistics are through our board. And I'll talk about list to sell, inventory available, days on market, average, that sort of thing. I'll go through the whole month and the whole year. So what does the local insight look like? Okay. What are local neighborhoods doing? What are local builders doing? Zoning, growth trends, you name it. And answer real questions. What buyers and sellers are actually asking. What are they asking in your marketplace? The local expert beats the top producer every time because your boots on the ground. You're looking at the hot sheet or the MLS sheet every day. You're the local authority, right? And the more you study it and the more you have more market knowledge, you will become more of a valuable commodity or asset in your marketplace. Number three, you've got to succeed by you got to master video and digital presence. This is non-negotiable. I have absolutely been working on this in the last couple years, 2 to 3 years. I will say it's a slow growing process, right? It is something that does not happen overnight, but consistency, discipline, providing value wins every time. If in this coming year, if people can't see you or hear you, they're not going to trust you. They can't look at your picture anymore from a mugshot. What was it called? Not mugshots. You know what I'm talking about. From a beautiful picture. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the place. I'm not going to edit this either. That's from 20 years ago. Do you have a realtor in your marketplace that I can picture 2 or 3 in my mind now? I'm not going to say their names. That are using a picture from like the 80s or the 90s, right? Okay, I was guilty. I had one like 8 years old until last year, which is not super old, but few more grays. What is your picture? You can't just use pictures anymore like that. You've got to be in the digital space. You got to master video. So important. People want to hear your tone of your voice. They want to look in your eyes. They want to hear the value that you offer and know some of your market expertise. So it's not going to be perfect. They just are looking for consistency. So important. Short-form videos, in YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, super important. You can do market updates, brief little home tours that are like 60 seconds or less. That would be a reel. Love doing those, by the way. Educational clips, whether it's on buying, selling, maybe your favorite scriptures, your favorite thing about being a person of faith in the real estate business. Maybe it's a mindset. Man, having the right mindset in this business is so important because people hire agents that they already feel like they kind of know a little bit, right? They already kind of know them. So you're listening to me on this video. When we have a phone conversation, this is just me, right? I'm a real person. You are too. And when we pick up the phone and talk, you already know, you've already heard me. I haven't heard you yet. I haven't got a chance to hear your tone or to have a conversation with you, but you already know me. So hopefully, even by doing this video, you're already knowing me. Hopefully you like me. People pleaser here a little bit, but I'm working on that. But know, like, trust me, and we've already at least have a little bit of relationship base. So same thing with your buyers or sellers. They're going to do this. They're going to stalk you on social media. Just saying. Usually when there is a husband and wife, one of them, usually I say stalk, please don't I'm not literally meaning that. They're going to check you out on social media. They're going to go to all your social platforms and they're going to check you out. They're going to make sure you're not some weird dude or lady coming to their house to sell their house, or that's going to show them homes that you're a freak, right? They're going to try to make sure of that. They're going to scan you online. They're going to see what your digital footprint looks like. And if it's not all that's cracked up to be, or if you got a picture from the 80s, you're probably not going to get the deal. So anyways, master that. Now I say master, do something all the time. Be consistent. Nobody's mastered it, meaning we're not perfect, but we get out there and we just put some content out there where people can get to know who we are. I elaborate on that one a little bit too much. Please forgive me. Number 4, educate sellers on strategy, not just price. The days of just kind of come list it and sell it, put a sign and lockbox on, sign in the front yard, a lockbox on the front door. Those days are kind of gone in most markets. In some markets, it's still pretty on fire. But in our Central Florida market and most of your markets, those days are gone. Winning agents are going to do this. We're going to explain pricing psychology, meaning days on the market, maybe the best day to go on the market, which there's no real, perfect idea with that, but there's a couple thoughts behind that. You want to show absorption rates, meaning how long it's taken for homes to get absorbed in today's marketplace, what the days on the market are averaging in their price range, buyer demand in their price range, and most importantly, you're going to offer, remember, heart of the teacher. So you're going to offer creative solutions when it comes to buyers. What are the incentives looking like? What are the home builders offering? Staging for selling their home, timing strategies, because sellers want clarity and confidence, no false promises. Number 5, provide real value to buyers. Not just door opening, but buyers need more guidance, honestly, than ever. Whether they're first-time home buyers or they bought one home 10 years ago, I'm telling you, they're going to want to understand rate buy down. They're going to want to talk about affordability strategies. You're going to help teach them with patience, with negotiating their offer, how to win with their offer. If there are multiple offers, that's a whole different conversation. Talk strategy with winning the multiple offer. You want to be a strong advocate for them, not just some kind of a scheduler, right? You're not just a door opener. You know the market, you know pricing, you know strategies, you know how to work with the other agents, which is so important. You're professional, you're timely, you have a sense of urgency. You're not just going to drag things out, because you and I know this. The longer we drag out negotiations, if you're working with either one buyer or seller, in my experience, the less likely it is for the deal to come together. Happened to me a week and a half ago. Dragged it out too long. The other agent was really nice, but they took too long to get back to me with their seller's counteroffer. My buyer got cold feet and they walked. But you know what? Kind of stuff happens. So be a real asset and a teacher for your buyer. Number 6, build a relationship-based business, not just leads. Leads are getting more expensive every year. But relationships, they compound, right? Leads are leads, but man, when you can have a referral-based business, a business where relationships compound and they refer their friends to you, their family, their coworkers, oh my goodness, it is amazing. It's the most amazing thing. Succeeding agents this coming year will nurture their past clients consistently. They will follow up with them. They will touch base. Hey, what's going on? Any friends or neighbors or anything you need help with on real estate, right? Stay in touch, give them value-driven communication. Hey, you want a market analysis on your home? Maybe you're not thinking about selling, but can you believe this? You've already, in the last 5 years, you've got like $60,000 worth of equity already in your home. People want to know that kind of stuff because you never know when they're going to get a job transfer or some unfortunate situation is going to happen in the family and they're going to need to sell. Well, if you've stayed in touch with them, you've added value to them, you've helped them, it's going to help with your relationship. Succeeding agents will also do this. You'll build your referral pipeline through authenticity and service, right? One great relationship beats 100 cold leads every day of the week. Number 7, align with a scalable brokerage model. Solo agents will feel more pressure in the coming year. Absolutely, but smart agents will partner with brokerages that offer collaboration, training, revenue streams, and support. You want to build your leverage through systems, teams, partnerships, and processes. So important. If you go into an unorganized brokerage who is not set up with great systems and processes, who doesn't have really great collaboration, where people are just kind of running on their own, it's not going to help you with long-term success. And you want to think, how can I build long-term wealth, not just annual commissions? What does that look like? Does my brokerage offer me stock opportunities? Does my brokerage offer me revenue share possibilities? Sustainability matters more than just ego. So keep that in mind. You want to find a brokerage you can scale with. Number 8, and the last one is this: lead with purpose and principles. People want to work with agents who stand for something. Okay? So you, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, you will thrive this is so important. Just listen real quick. If you're hung in there this long, listen. Operate with integrity. I can't tell you enough. Operate with integrity. Don't cut corners. Do the right thing. Always tell the truth, even if it means losing a commission or losing a buyer, seller, or whatever. Always be honest with people. Always be transparent. Always do it with grace and mercy, with professional. And it's okay to be aggressive. Don't be a jerk. But man, people I've found in my 30 years in the business would rather work with somebody who's on top of it with a sense of urgency than somebody who's too laid back. Most buyers or sellers won't tell you, but they want a real estate agent who's going to be a go-getter. Be proactive. Okay? Again, there's a way to do that and be professional and not to be a jerk or some annoying person, right? But man, lean into being more proactive and aggressive than not. And that's just like a little side note, but it's so, so true. But operate integrity right in the middle of that. Serve people, not transactions. When we put that commission check behind us, we put that deal, that double-sided deal to the side, which by the way, they're great, but we think, okay, Lord, help me to serve the people, not the transaction. It's huge. And then align your business with your value and your faith. I tell you, that will go the farthest you can even imagine, because purpose-driven agents attract loyal clients and other agents. So bottom line, you're going to succeed this year if you're trustworthy, if you're educated, if you're visible, people can find you digitally. If you're local, you're relationship-driven, you're value-focused, and you're purpose-led. Not flashy, not pushy, not transactional, but you want to build a business that God will honor in the long haul, because this business can be an amazing business. It takes a while to build it, but it is super rewarding and fun too. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would love to connect with you. My name is Brian Stevens, eXp Realty, Realtors of Faith. All my contact information is below, and I hope you have a great day. God bless. Talk to you soon.